Yo, good morning, traders. Welcome back to another episode of Market in the Morning. I'm your host, Kevin Dubrisky, and we have a special guest joining us today. It is the one, the only founder of the HTL community, Mel. Mel's going to be joining us in the next 10 minutes. So guys, man, run that like button up if you're excited. This is going to be a phenomenal episode. This whole week has been full of bangers. We've been hitting over 100 likes per stream here on YouTube. Twitter has been going wild. You guys have been just as amazing as us on the back end. So guys, make sure you smash that like button. Market in the Morning starts right now. So guys, let's run through market real quick before we have our lovely guest Mel join us today, but very excited. Morning, Kimmy, Kristen. Good morning, guys. Run some good mornings up in there. I'll throw it up on the screen. There we go. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Miss D. I'm seeing a lot of people from the HTL community. Elizabeth, good morning. Country Girl, what's going on? Kimmy, good morning. Kristen, good morning. Amy, what's up? Famous, hello. Elisa, Liz, Sarah, Olivia, oh my goodness, bro. HTL community is packing it away in here. I love to see that. Very excited. Yusuf, good morning. Usman, good morning. Jennifer, Andrea, good morning. Tracy, Beth, oh my goodness. Ryan, what's up? Nicole, wow. What a full house today. Good morning, Real, Angela, Muhammad. Oh my God, guys. I could go all morning. That's how many of you are joining and saying hello. Alex, good morning, guys. Who's excited to make some money today? Who's excited to talk some charts? Dive into how Mel trades, how she uses market AI as well. This is going to be phenomenal. So smash that like button, run it up. Let's get close to 100 likes right off the bat and keep the stream running strong today, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Mel is going to be joining us in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Very exciting there. Yeah, let's break that 100 today. You know it, Sarah. Absolutely. Let's dive in real quick into some charts, into some analysis. I'm going to cover very quickly for you guys. I know a lot of gold traders in here. The gold analysis right now. Good morning, guys. Yes, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So gold breaks above 4,000 as softer inflation offsets Hormuz oil shock. This is something that right off the gate, right out the bat, we want to very quickly look at. Take a look at XAU. We'll look at XAU USD for you guys. And what do we see? We see it here on the hourly. It's been very range bound. It has been failing to find that continuation. It's been trying to move higher. At the same time, it's trying to move lower. These are market conditions we want to try our best to stay away from. And just like I've been telling you guys, this whole week really, it's important to have multiple assets that you trade so that you have multiple opportunities in the market. If you just trade gold, and you're looking at this price action, you're not going to find a singular A+ setup because there is no range being broken. We're squeezing in this area right now, right? A lot of whipsaw in the market. Whereas if we look at something more like the NASDAQ, let's take a look at NQ. NQ was, yes, range bound, but it was respecting ranges, right? Where we are finding sell positions at highs and buy positions at lows. So keep that in mind when we go into the market today. Guys, very exciting stuff. Special guest Mel joining us very soon. Let's take a look at our market integration here and see what it has to say about our bias. Now, we do have initial jobless claims at 8:30, which we will cover very briefly. Not the biggest economic event, but it is still important for us to be aware of it. Mel's, yo, guys, who's excited, man? You guys are super pumped today. I love to see it. Bring that energy, keep that energy. That's how we do things here at Market in the Morning. NASDAQ on our bias, on our market trading view integration. What's going on? Good morning, guys. I think our special guest just joined. The one, the only, Mel. What is going on, Mel? Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can. What a crystal clear microphone you have.
It's definitely a good one. I was using like my old laptop used to have like the worst speaker on it, and I was like, let me join the crew, and we'll go and grab one of the fancy ones.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I see you brought your community with you.
Are they out in full force? I have no doubt that they're
going
in the
crazy.
chat somewhere.
They're going crazy right now. They are super excited to have you here today.
There they are. I see them now. Hey, team.
Awesome. So do you want to share your screen, cover a little bit of charts with us, maybe run us
Yeah.
through how you use market?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Oh, it's the present button. Listen,
Yep.
you guys, I am the most technologically challenged human being on the planet. So you're just gonna have to bear with this whole situation. Um,
It's all right. I think we'll manage.
mm, mm, mm.
Yo, Rita, good morning. Amy, what's going on? Liz, hello. Tons of you in here, guys. Love to see it, man. You guys better run that like button up. If we're not at 100 yet, Mel's going to be very upset with you guys.
Did that work? Am I sharing something now? I
You
got no
are.
idea.
Here, let me switch screens, and you are rocking and rolling.
Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so first things I should probably mention is that I'm an Asian session trader. I don't normally go near New York. It doesn't end very well when I try and trade New York session. I find that price moves very, very differently than it does to what I'm used to in Asian session. Um, and the volatility, like again, it's when everything floods the market, right? So I tend not to stay and play in New York session. That and the fact that it's almost midnight. Um, but having a look at what I'm seeing at the moment, I see no reason why a whole heap of my traders, if they're on here, haven't already taken something or taken profit on what I'm seeing in the way that we trade. Um, I also wanted to quickly shout out. I know that you guys launched this little fun thing
This
yesterday.
doohickey.
Yeah, this little fun thing. But I I don't know if it's like widely known, but this you don't just use this in TradingView. Like if you guys trade prop firms and you use like different places to trade, like place your trades, you can use this everywhere. It literally gets to be on your screen everywhere. Um,
That's
so I'm just
cool.
like,
What other platform
I know.
did you see?
Well, here, I think I've got, I don't know if I flick screens, can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, look
here,
at
so
that.
this is Top Step. Like if you just turn your little widget on and off, you get to use it anywhere.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So like if you guys are if you guys are trading in other places other than TradingView and you're using Chrome, like you get to use this anywhere, which is really, really cool. And it was something that we were discussing in the community when it was brought out to our attention a couple of weeks ago. Um, but anyway, I digress. Let's go and have a look at price. Let's see what's actually happening here. What is the time? So it's like 8:30 in the morning over there for you?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Um, if I oh also we trade futures just so everyone can keep up with what's going on here. So when I'm looking at gold, I'm looking at gold futures. And when I'm looking at NASDAQ, I'm looking at NQ. But to be fair, I really don't see a whole heap on gold at the moment. I don't know if you've done your analysis on gold just yet, but it looks pretty range bound for me at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm
agreed.
not too
Agreed.
excited.
I didn't cover it too in depth, but basically the same as you're saying, right? We're getting a whole lot of nothing the past couple weeks really on gold where we're trying to notch lower.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not really excited about gold, to be fair, right now at all. If I jump in and have a look, this, on the other hand, are we joking? Are we joking? If okay, I need to know how many of you have made bank off of this because this is actually insane.
Is that your A plus setup right there? That rejection
Oh my
off of
goodness. So, okay, so when we're looking for the way that we trade, so what I look for typically in an entry is we use obviously a 50 EMA. A 50 EMA is the EMA that you can see on our screen. We take our entries anywhere from 15-second to the 3-minute time frame, and we use higher time frame confluence to jump into a trade. What we look for is our foundation core system is that we're looking for price to show us direction, initial direction over the EMA for me to jump into a position. But I need some like really specific criteria to jump into a trade. If I show you, if I jump over here, I'll show you the trade I took on NQ the other day. Where was it? It was my little 1 to 15 trick. It was a great trade. Bear with me.
Yeah, I remember you posting that. I was like, wow, 1 to 15.
I know, it was absolutely insane. I bet you I've deleted it off my chart.
Wow. You didn't print it out?
No, I didn't. That's okay. We can still show you. So, essentially what I'm looking for is an over the EMA fall over, sort of like this right here. So here we can see that we've got momentum in price moving, and it's falling with a lot more momentum than we're getting in, say, price action right here. So my initial entry would be, and I'm only in my head, I'm going, oh my God, Nalab's gonna like love this because it was exactly the opposite of what he was talking about the other day. But I love the stories that candles tell me as a technical trader. What I can see on these charts, it tells me a really good story. So, we're looking for this fall over the EMA and then retest of the EMA, but we're not just looking for candles to pass over it. I'm looking for a 3-candle pattern. So I'm looking for a fair value gap to appear or some expansion in that middle candle in order to show me that that's where my entry trigger is. And so here we can see right at essentially the top of the move for us, price has really started to step down, and then we've got that initial fall over the EMA here, which gives us our first initial foundation entry, and then we start just jumping in for retests after that. If we miss that initial move, then we pull back, we get our 3 candles and we enter. We pull back, if it enters again, we pull back and it happens again. We pull back, it happens again. So it's just when I created this whole entire situation, I was just like, how do I bring trading to a whole heap of people, and how do I show them that there are so many different ways that you can read the market and enter into a trade, but how do I make it so systematic and no-brainish that anybody could pull up their chart? Like, I could give this to my 5-year-old and she literally stands here and she goes, Mummy, that candle's going down. Mummy, that candle's going up. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Absolutely. That's exactly what it's doing. And so in a nutshell, that's exactly, and I mean, if I was actually to have been trading this, I did catch a trade right at the beginning of London session. And though this is stunning, this is gorgeous. This would have, I'm assuming, made some people a whole heap of dollars just looking at that price action just there. So NQ, beautiful, gorgeous, giving all the things. Gold, on the other hand, not for me. Not for me right now.
No. Now, what are your thoughts on gold going forward? Are there any bigger moves coming? Do you think we're breaking the upside? We're finally finding that bottom, or not yet?
No, I think I always say to myself, I'm like, you know what? There's only so far this thing can fall. Zero's as far as it can fall if it actually continues to fall to the downside. I don't foresee much more of a fall in gold at all. I do think that all-time high territory is on the horizon again. But I actually feel like we're probably going to sit in this consolidated area for a good solid couple of weeks before we see any kind of good movement in either direction.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. When I was gonna say,
No.
when you're assuming price or expecting price to stay within that range, do you leave that asset alone then?
No, I'm a trader and I push buttons all the time. That's what I do. Um, and so it just depends because of our entry system when we're looking for it. If on that lower time frame our trend appears, because we are more technical than we are fundamental, it definitely still allows us to take our entries because we are not holding our positions. We're jumping in and we're jumping out of them. So yeah, there's still definitely opportunity in the market when we're looking for them with the way that we trade.
Cool.
But when it's like this, there's absolutely nothing there that excites me about that at all.
No,
Not
yeah,
at
no, it
all.
doesn't look exciting.
No, no, it
Look,
definitely doesn't.
we're hugging the EMA. The EMA is almost going flat at this point. Really not
Hmm.
finding much follow through.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So do you notice that when markets are more range bound, like you're noticing with gold, do those setups not play out as well as something that's trending, or like you said, it doesn't really matter because of the way you're trading?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really matter. I find that if we are heavily consolidated, no one's entry system is is going to be playing out too well at all.
No,
But it doesn't really stop. It doesn't really stop, especially when. Okay, let me find. Let me find something. So, because when we are looking at taking profit out of the market, if there is if there is heavy news coming up and our technical analysis is matching what fundamentals is telling us, which we now have a pretty little widget that we can use and keep on our screen all the time. But if it lines up and it's in the same direction and fundamentals is pushing bearish, technicals is pushing bearish, we get to hold our trades for longer. But that doesn't mean that we can't jump in and out of a trade and take a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-1.5. Like in this community, in the way that I trade, I am probably pushing the boundaries of what is widely accepted in the world of trading, purely because I just don't buy into the narrative of it should be done a certain way. Um, so yeah, it's a whole conversation. Like it's a whole conversation on where to enter, why not to enter, where to get out of your trades. But um I
well,
just I,
that's a good question. Where do you get out of your trades? I love your approach, by the way, the sort of
yeah.
keeping things simple but structured. That's 100% the way to go. I feel like people, even like ICT concepts, like they're trying to overcomplicate something that you should really just find what works for you and
Yeah.
build off of that.
100%. Well, if and then it again too, right? Like if you're in a trade like that 1 to 15 that I took the other day, if we Kevin, we hit 100.
We
There you go.
did it.
If we're in a trade and price is showing me no reason to get out of it, we'll stay in and hold it until that next POI. If there's an
Okay.
area of interest that's approaching, we stay in. Otherwise, what we look for is those really, really close by areas where price has a really good opportunity for us to have a turnaround. So, for example, if I was in this trade, this level that we already have marked out at the bottom of our area of interest right here would straight up be my target, because what price does beyond here is absolutely none of my business. I've taken my money, I'm out of the market, go do your
Yeah,
thing. Um, and so what I look for are those really key levels on the way up or the way down that price has a really high probability of turning around on me. And I don't want to let a winning trade turn into a losing trade. And we want to take our profit. So it could be these liquidity points, it could be these those low areas of interest. Whatever is close by price that has a high probability of turning around on you is definitely where I like to get out of the market, because at the end of the day you can re-enter. There's always an entry. Like
that's
that's
awesome.
the way I see it.
How do you find your key levels and your areas of interest to target? I know you mentioned higher time frame is usually where you go
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I always start on my daily time frame. So we do, oh, I'm hoping like everybody else, a top-down analysis before we jump in and start pushing buttons in either direction. But we find key levels on the daily all the way down through the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30. And I just look for those really strong areas where price has been or wants to go. And 9 times out of 10, they are simply just areas of support and resistance, supply and demand. Like that is just the bread and butter of trading, right?
That's it.
Um, and so, yeah. And so
But
when I look at my levels too, I try as much as I possibly can to tell somebody that the only thing that you're looking for price level to target on either side of where price currently is.
Very good.
Because if we're floating around here, it's only going to go one of two ways. And if you're offered to buy, you need somewhere to target to the upside. And if you're offered to sell, you need somewhere to target to the downside.
Yep.
And so if what we're marking up on our chart doesn't actually have a job, it shouldn't be there.
Nice. Beautiful. Guys, so you hear that? We're either going up or we're going down.
Actually, yes.
For gold, though, we're just going to go to the right.
Although it's finding something to do at the minute.
Yep, every level has a job. Absolutely. Do you use things? Obviously, you're a technical trader. That's awesome. I love it. And again, simplicity is key when it comes to finding something you consistently come back to versus overcomplicating and overstimulating yourself, really, where you're just overwhelmed trying to find, does this say this? Does this trade say that? You're just like, nope, this is my levels. This is my entry. This is my target. Do you use anything like the dollar when you're trading gold to look for strength or no?
No.
No. Very cool.
Nope. When I tell you I'm probably the most simple trader on the planet. And when I started, introducing market and fundamentals and that side of the picture into trading as well, I literally sit here sometimes and I'm like, oh my God, do I know anything? What is happening? How am I actually do I actually know anything?
And then you pull up market and it's like, wow, I know everything.
Well, and then the other thing too is what helps me is even when I'm in a trade, if I'm watching price, and for some reason I always seem to time it really, really well. Some days where I'll jump in and price will start to fluff around and consolidate on me. And then because I've got this sitting here on my chart, well, then I kind of know why. I know exactly what's happening. And it's the thing that's probably really helped me the most stay in a trade or close out of a trade early if I feel the need to, which I don't do often. I don't close out of trades very often, but if I'm sitting in a trade and I have got breaking news literally on my screen, by the way, I'm sure that you guys made this for the girls because we're nosy as hell and I get to see everything happening in real time, like right here on my chart. I love it. So yeah, if I'm in it and there's no reason for me or price is absolutely falling and I'm like, okay, well, what's actually happening with it? Because that's where it comes into play.
Yeah.
I just love that I can see here exactly why price is pushing in whatever direction it is of the trade that I'm in. And it gives me that extra bit of confidence to stay in and hold it to the levels that I've actually got marked up, lower or higher on my chart.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you trade futures, you trade micros, minis?
I trade minis. I do trade minis. But when I am when I trade with my community and educate in the community, we talk micros, because we've definitely got people of all levels in there. And when you're talking risk management, I don't think that anybody should be playing with minis unless you've got a really good grip on your risk management, because it can go bad really, really quickly.
Agreed. 100%. Yeah, no, one bad mini, one bad trade, account's gone, day's ruined.
100%. And it happens so fast. Happens so fast.
Yep. Let's see. We have Jennifer in the comments saying, do we think NQ has more room to fall? What are your thoughts on NQ right now, Mel?
Let's go and have a look, shall we? No, if I was in, I would definitely be jumping out around, what are we at here, about 29,280. I would definitely be having my target sitting somewhere around 29,280. Again, it has a really, really great probability of turning around on you at that point. And I'm not interested in ego. If I can get out and take money from the market, I'm getting out taking money from the market. If it continues to fall again, we could re-enter. But at this point in time, given if you zoom out and look at this, it's struggling to push past here at all and has struggled since the beginning of June.
Right. Right. And us as traders, we need to listen to what markets are telling us. If markets are saying we can't break through this level or we're struggling to break through it, like you said, don't take this trade short expecting, oh, this will be the time we break it.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Exactly. And that's the thing, right? It's like we try and sometimes convince ourselves that we know better than what the market's telling us.
Yeah.
And then we're humbled very, very quickly.
That's for sure. Very quickly, very painfully, usually.
I know. I know. But
Awesome. Great. Great. So
hmm.
NASDAQ, gold, are those the main two assets that you trade?
Yeah, well, up until recently I was purely just gold. Gold was my main market. Only because I, first of all, have very limited brain capacity some days after mumming and opening snacks and making lunches and doing all of the things. And so just knowing and learning one asset was my trick. It was the thing that worked really, really well for me. However, back in, when was that? I think it was around November 2025, like the end of last year. Gold settled right into like heavy consolidation for almost, I think it was about almost 3 weeks. Um and it was at that point I started looking at NQ.
Right.
When I started trading Forex. And what I started doing over there was I wasn't focusing enough on one thing or one or two things. And I was trying to enter anywhere and everywhere on all of the things. And it was getting me nowhere fast. And
Right.
so I changed my mindset around needing to jump into anything and everything on every single symbol that appears in the market. But when it went into that consolidation at the end of last year, I started playing around in NQ, and even at the moment, like NQ is like, look at that, like NQ is just, it's smooth as butter at the moment. Like
It
it
is.
offers such really, really good price action sometimes. And I know that, you know, we're here to talk fundamentals and all the things, and I totally understand it. But you know, when you look at that, you cannot deny that that's an absolute printer, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
100%, 100%. You know what? Fundamentals are very important. Technicals are just as important. It really is that
Yeah.
combination of understanding how one impacts the other. Usually
Mhm.
fundamentals rolling into the technicals. But
Yeah.
yeah, having a system like you have, that's beautiful. That's amazing. Yep, one
Mm.
mentor, one session, one asset, one trade. That's it. When you're getting started, you want to focus on one asset at a time.
Yeah. 110%. Oh my gosh, look at all of you guys in the comments. That's so funny.
They're going crazy, Mel. You brought a stampede here. You brought so many
Listen,
people.
I tell you, this community is fierce. They
That's
show up. That's what I love about them.
that's awesome, guys. Spam the W's in there for Mel. Let's make it rain some
Mm.
W's in the chat for Mel. We'll pull it up on the screen. You guys are phenomenal. Mel, thank you so much for being here today. By the way,
Of course, of course. I like had the worst imposter syndrome before I jumped on this call. I was just like, what are these people actually going to want to listen to me for? That's so funny.
what? Are you kidding me, Mel? The amount of people that talk you up, that respect you, respect your trading system, they say you walk the walk, you talk the talk, you're doing great. Nah, Mel, no imposter syndrome around here. You are a
No,
killer
I
in these
know.
markets.
We do. We do. We do. We have a lot of fun in the markets too. It's really, really great. And like, yeah, I think just having something as simple as, you know, an entry trigger like that uh, is killer, especially for
Yeah,
people who are learning, like brand new in the markets and new to trading.
yeah,
Um, I think, yeah, just having something as simple as that, and it, I don't mean it to sound or like over simple. We don't want it to sound like that at all, because trading absolutely fries you some days. Like we can't deny that. Um, but at the same time, I know that there are so many people out there who think that they can't do this. And I'm just like, I just want to show you something real quick. Just just
Yeah.
let just let me show you something real
Yep.
quick.
Yep.
Just hit TP on the dropout on gold. Good job, sis. Well done.
There we go.
Well done. Let me go look. Now I need to see. Where did you get the drop? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow.
Oh man, it was waiting for us to go live before it gave us something.
Wowee. There we go. That's beautiful. Good job,
Who's that?
team.
Good job, guys. Well done. Well done. Mel, do you have any advice you want to give to a new trader that feels a little staggered in these markets?
Yes. The first thing I would tell you to do is stop scrolling social media. Like if trading is actually something that you want to do, actually there's two things that I would probably tell somebody who's starting is get rid of social media first of all.
No.
Like that is what absolutely killed me right at the beginning is I felt like I needed to keep up with the Joneses. There was all of these people on social media that would be sharing reels and photos of freaking $50,000 trades and $100,000 P&Ls. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like how
Right. Oh, I could do
how
that.
am I meant to do that?
They
And
set, you
then
know what is, they set too high of a standard. So when a new trader starts and they're risking $50, $100, and they're making 200, they don't
correct.
feel that success for whatever reason,
Correct.
even,
100%. And that's a problem within itself, right? Is because if you come to the market and you can pull $50 out of this market, you are doing a lot better than some people.
Yep.
Like I just
Yep.
feel like we've been desensitized because of social media and because of what people share. We've been desensitized to the fact that $50 and $100 is still a lot of freaking money to some
Yeah.
people. Do you know what I mean? And
Yep.
so I'm just like, the best thing that you could actually do is if you want to start trading and it's something that you want to do, don't do it. And this leads into the second thing, don't do it for the money. Do it because you want to learn a skill. Because if you jump into trading and you do trading and you want to do trading for the money, you're not going to get the money. It's absolutely going to set you back. Like
Well
if the
said.
interest is in the skill, the interest has to be in the skill.
Yeah.
It has to be because you guys had this conversation on live the other day. Like if you don't absolutely fall in love with the process, like some days you can sit here and drive yourself mad reading these charts, trying to figure out what to do, how to do it. You'll get stopped out
Yeah.
a couple times and think, oh my God, can I actually do this? I don't know. Um, and so, yeah, the two things that I would say would be get rid of social media. Don't even go near it for a hot minute. And if you're actually starting trading, start it because you want to learn the skill, not because you want the money. Because as you learn the skill, money is a byproduct. Money
That's right.
is a byproduct of learning the skill. So,
Yep. Most scalable industry out there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Awesome, guys. Congrats, Luke in the comments. Passed my first two futures accounts. Well done. Well done.
Well
Good job.
done. Congratulations.
Here, where is
That's
it?
so cool. Oh,
Well,
yeah, there it is.
applause, guys. Round of applause for everybody for being here. Mel, again, can't thank you enough. The
Oh,
knowledge,
of
how you're
course.
breaking things down, good aura. It's always a good vibe.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun on these charts. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, for sure. Are there any trade setups you're seeing set up right
Yeah,
now?
I'm just looking. Well, I mean, according to my system, it's ran away. Like if you didn't
Yeah.
get in up here and on gold, that's definitely ran away from you. Let me just check. Yeah. So there was two. I'll show you. You guys are getting like my whole entire strategy. You lucky little ducks. Okay. So your first entry would have been here. And what is really beautiful about this entry, and again, this is technical, so I know that we're here on a fundamentals chat, but when I look at this, I get really, really clean decision purely from this point. If I have got an AOI marked up, I don't know what level, everybody's at on this call. Maybe you tell me, how long have you been trading for? Have I got beginners, intermediates, advanced? Like, where are you all at? Just so I know how to chat to you all and how to break things down, explain things as I'm going. Fellow Aussie. Oh, good job,
Yeah.
Luke. um,
Oh,
oh,
Deidre, that's nice.
D.
That's sweet. Mel, I can tell you do. I
Cool.
can the strength, the support from your community tells me that you really do make an impact on them. And that's kudos to you. Pat yourself on the back for that. That is
Yeah.
phenomenal, right? That should be,
Thank you.
yeah, of course. You know, that should be all of our goals. If we were in a position where we know something that others might not know, we are able to teach somebody, give somebody that extra support, bring them to that next level. We should be doing that.
100%. I agree. There is a whole kettle of fish we could open up on that situation, let me tell you. Oh my goodness. But I'll just quickly keep going with this for a
Yep.
hot second. What I'm seeing here is, and this is me reading Price. This is the story that Price tells me when I'm looking at this. So we've got our area of interest marked up. Overall, this is our higher time frame area of interest that we have marked up. And what Price is telling me within this range right here is we are trying to push, sellers have control. We've tried to push, sellers have control. That second rejection to the upside, and then my fall clean over the EMA with my expansion and my momentum, I am in on that every single day of the week. And again, you have different areas of taking profit. First being right here. We've then got our next area of interest, which we can target on the way down. And then again, if there's no reason for you to be jumping out of your trade, you have another area of interest that we've marked up on our top-down analysis. If we've not managed to snag that entry on that 1 minute right at the top right there, we have another re-entry position right here. So we've come back to retest that EMA right here, and we've been offered 1, 2, 3. And this is my entry right here of my retest. And again, there's that 1 to 1.5 if you want to take it. If there's no reason to get out of it, stay in it. And then that's the last on that run that it's actually given you at that point. So there's an over the EMA and a retest entry that I can see on gold for the way that I like to trade. Which would have been very fruitful if you guys took it and ran with it. There's a couple of different higher entry systems that I teach my advanced students. One of them mentioned before she jumped into a dropout trade. So it's a different way of seeing the market and entering as well. And we incorporate taking out support floors or resistance ceilings, if you will, with that system, because you will find that when those areas are being taken out, they get taken out and price flies in whatever direction that it's heading in. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing on gold for right now. There's nothing that has appeared for me in the way that I like to trade ever since this retest right here. And then NQ has started to slow up as well.
Yeah. Okay,
We've
cool.
definitely started to slow up.
Did you take any trades over the night, or I guess your day?
Yeah, I took one in London this afternoon. Oh, is this my? Oh, this is my 1 to 15. Here we go. This is
Oh,
what
there
it
we go.
was.
That's
There it
crazy.
is.
Guys,
There it
Mel's about
is.
to flex on everybody right here with this 1 to 15.
This was my ego trade. I was like, hell yeah, I'll take that. Absolutely. Oh God, where did it go?
You got to package it and be like, you guys could learn to take 1 to 15 trades every day, just like me.
Imagine. Oh my gosh. So
So
okay, so
talk us
here's
through it. How did you, we were just going over some
mm,
other trades. We saw like a 1, 1.5. How did you
yeah,
get 15R out of this
yeah,
trade?
yeah. So again, what I'm looking for on my when I'm doing my analysis, typically what I normally do is I write notes on my areas of interest while I'm going on the chart, and I've clearly deleted a whole heap of stuff since then. So brain is trying to remember the exact steps behind getting into this trade. But preface being, if we're looking higher time frame, we can see that over the course of, since when is this? Like beginning of July, like right at the beginning of the month, we have price absolutely rejecting out of this area. And what I know to be true, according to my style of trading, is that once price has been one thing, it turns into another thing. And so right in this area right here that we've got marked up higher time frame AOI is we've had a whole heap of support turned resistance. So once it's been one thing, it turns into another. And so once I saw that we had this massive area, and some people will be like, that's an area of demand. Sorry, area of supply. Look at what happened. Potato, righto? So like we call it what we want. You call price as you see it. And if it fits your language, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
But when I came to the market the other day, what I saw was we had just completely fallen off the face of the earth. And I know that the word recovery is not widely accepted in the trading space, but this was price to me telling me that this fall off needed a little bit of a breath. We needed to pull back. And so what I was looking for was price actually going to hit my my last area right here where I would call support? Or are we going to reject higher from where we know price isn't wanting to close above? And so when I got this rejection, but on my lower time frame, I was watching for my entry trigger. And so let me show you what my entry trigger was on this trade. Here she is. So here, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for both of these rejections up here look beautiful to me. And so what I'm looking at is when price is still trying to push, have I finished the move or is there more to go? And what I'm seeing here is these highs are not breaking this previous structure point up here. So we're getting lower and lower and lower and lower. And so what I'm then looking for is when I came to the market, this was my entry opportunity that was offered to me straight over the EMA right here, straight over the EMA, and we just held on for dear life. We jumped in and we held. There was absolutely no reason for me to jump out of this trade. Normally, what I typically would do is scale into a position if it's on a really, really good downward run. So when price would come back and retest, I'd scale in, come back, retest, scale in, come back, retest, scale in. But I didn't do that. I was trying to be a good disciplined trader and stick to my original risk amount, which was fruitful enough in itself anyway. But as price was pushing in my downward direction, there's absolutely nothing here that makes me want to get out of this trade. There is no push back over my EMA signaling that we could possibly be pushing in the opposite direction. Everything's floating below. Everything visually for me tells me stay in this trade. But also, whatever was happening, I remember sitting here with this open. And when I said to you before, this gives me the confidence to stay in and hold my trades, because technically my analysis tells me we're bearish. We were bearish on the day that we took this trade, and I had news events flying in my face while I was sitting here, and I'm like, well, what's the point? Why do you need to close? You don't need to close. There's nothing signaling that you actually need to close. Hold it for as long as you can. Yeah. And then, yeah, as soon as we got down to this, the bottom of this area of interest right here, two things I noticed was we had slowed down on the news events that had come out, and I'd got this god awful rejection right from the bottom of my area of interest. And to be fair, I don't need more than 1 to 15 out of a trade. I was like, okay, it gets to a point where I'm happy to close. Do you know?
Yep. Don't want to be greedy.
No, because that's when things turn around. And we don't like it when things turn around. So that's that one.
Yeah, exactly. David in the chat says, but that kind of big RR is not normal. You can't get that on a daily basis. 100%, David. We got to take advantage of the opportunities, right? So Mel took advantage of that strong move, but it's
Heck
not
yeah.
something, yeah, of course, but it's not something you want to go into the market with that high of expectations every day.
No, exactly. And to be fair, mentally and emotionally, holding a trade like that is taxing.
Oh, I
You wouldn't
bet.
want to hold trades like that all the time.
I
When
bet
they
hitting
present,
right, hitting like 10 to 1 and you're like, do I close it out? Do I let this
yeah,
winner run? 11
yeah.
to 1. Oh my god, am I being greedy?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's like you will find yourself. I mean, I do. I sit there and I'm like, do I hit the button now or do I just try and squeeze a little bit more out of it? Like
Yeah.
where do I'll like try and like negotiate with myself and then I'm like, no, just hit the button, close it.
There you go. There you go. Do you trail your stop loss at all, or is it entry or take profit?
If I'm risking money in the market, I am satisfied that if price doesn't want to give me my take profit, it's going to give me my stop loss.
There you go. Beautiful.
Um, if we're coming to the market and we're risking money that we don't have, that's a problem in itself. So
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
That's funny. I always say you should go into a trade knowing that if it's a loss, you're not
mm,
freaking out. Your account's
correct,
not gone, right?
exactly.
You should almost expect a loss. So if it
Yeah.
happens, you move on.
110%, exactly right. And you know, I always have people like sending me messages and they're um like how much money do I need to start trading? I'm like, first of all, not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I would look terrible in an orange jumpsuit in a cell. But like I always say, I'm like, this is a really boring answer, but like how much are you willing to lose? Like, how
Right.
much do you have to lose? If you can start an account and you've got 5 grand and you're happy to say bye bye to that 5 grand, then start an account with 5 grand.
Yep.
Um, so
100%. 100%. I like it. I like it. Know your risk tolerance. That's absolutely right. And always,
mm,
in my opinion, I always say start smaller. Start
yeah,
smaller than what you really want to make or lose. Because
yeah,
once you can take those losses, the winners will come.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yep, Blue Sky, you got it. Losses should be paper cuts against your account. They should not be the make or break. You know, if you're on a funded account, you shouldn't blow your new funded account in one trade, in two trades. Give yourself room, give yourself cushion. Mel,
Yeah.
do you or any of the traders in your community trade with those funded accounts, especially since you're on futures?
Heck yeah.
Nice, awesome. So,
Heck yeah.
yeah,
They have their place. They absolutely have their place. And again, right? Like it just, you know, some people might not be able to come to the market and start a live account with real capital. Like those
yeah,
accounts give people a leg up. I have a couple of traders who both of them pulled over 6 figures in March out of their funded accounts. So they
wow.
have their place. They, you know, if you work them the way that you need to, and if you're smart about it and your risk management's tight, they absolutely have their place.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
yep. Now,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on those funded accounts, especially on their trail stops? Something I always recognize is like a lot of these accounts, like a 50K account, for example, they give you
Mm-hmm.
a trail stop or a drawdown of 2,000. So you don't want to be risking that 1% of a 50K account if your trail stop is 2,000. So I always tell people start with maybe $100 risk, $150 risk. Give yourself a bunch of paper cut opportunities
Yeah.
and make it back.
100%. Well, that 1 to 15, I risked $125 on that trade.
Okay.
That was what my risk was. I went in on that
Wow.
trade on micros. So, I mean, I don't condone, like I think the most that I would probably ever, even still to this day, sometimes I like to think that I know better than myself and it never ends well. But 9 times out of 10, I absolutely do not try and push over a $200 risk or a $250 risk in my fundeds for that reason. It's like you want to give yourself the opportunity if you are having, you know, a couple of losses in a row or a couple of loss days in a row, even because it happens. It happens to everyone. No one is immune from a loss streak. It's the name of the game you're in. You're in a game of probabilities. Um, And so I completely agree. We do the exact same thing. $100 to $150 risk is exactly what we talk about when we're jumping into funded accounts, because you've got them. They have the
Yeah,
opportunity to pay you. Like, we've just got to tighten up that risk management and keep them.
that's right.
Yeah,
And also, it's
100%.
also great too because let's say you go off Hinge. Let's say you're a new trader, right? And you blow the account. You're not down
Mhm.
2 grand. You're down whatever that eval, that funded fee was.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly. Well, and that's just it, right? And that's where it gives people that accessibility option,
Yep.
is if you don't have, the money to start a funded account, especially in futures, because it's very different starting a live futures account than a live forex account.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have the requirements to start a futures account, like, even if you do go and buy a funded account for an eval, 9 times out of 10 they're sitting around $100, if not. And so yes, if you do lose an account, instead of losing a live account of your own money, you're losing that $100 or whatever it was that you purchased those funded accounts with. And it's a canon event. Everyone loses accounts. Like, we're also not immune to that. So it's
Yep.
just,
Would
yeah.
do you mind pulling up market and sort of giving us a rundown of how you use market as well with your technicals?
Yeah. So what I do is, again, we start with our top-down analysis before every
Sure.
session. And so 9 times out of 10, we've marked up our charts. And what I'll then say to the team, or when I'm trading with myself, is I know my levels. I know what I need to see. If my bias aligns with what's going on market, then my trade is an A+ setup, and I will definitely sit in it and stay in it for longer. And so what I find really helpful too is when I come to market and I look at what I've just marked up on my chart, are my areas in, if not the same spot, do we have around about the same areas? I look straight away for our support and resistance areas, for where I want to target for my trade. Essentially, I set up my trade in my head. Like, I know what I want. If I want to short, if I'm bearish and I want to short, I set up my trade and I set up my take profit. And then I come over here and I'm like, great, okay, so my areas of interest are in the exact same place as what we're seeing you guys have analyzed here. My target is on the way to the target that fundamentals is also supporting. And then I love this thing. This is literally one of my favorite things ever.
Me
When
too.
this came out, I was like, oh, okay, this is great. Because then the other thing I do, and I've incorporated now, is if there is a slight chance that price could flip in the opposite direction, I am very cautious of whether or not I actually take my trade. So if, for example, like, what could flip price bearish? If I wanted to take a short and my technicals said to me, if we wanted to take a long, and I was bullish on the day, but we could possibly have a flip watch of price flipping bearish, then I track through and have a look and see, like, what is the actual likelihood of this happening in my trading window. Because if this has a high likelihood of happening in my trading window, I'm either not going to trade or I'm going to manage the heck out of that trade, so we don't have any unwanted losses. So essentially, I do all of my technical analysis, I mark up my charts, and then I use market as my supported confluence. Because, again, had this conversation with my community yesterday, is I was not brought up in a household where investing was spoken about, or we were talking about what's going on in the economy. Actually, when it came to news events and things happening in the world, it was always in a negative connotation. It was all doom and gloom, and it was bad. And so now, for me as a trader, and, like, I'm nowhere near the level of fundamental expert that you guys are. Clearly, that's why you do this and I don't. But I wasn't brought up with the understanding of even a conversation about any of this. And so what I'm also now finding is the more that you guys talk about it, the more that you guys bring stuff out in here, the more that you share what the possibility of things are that are going to happen and why. Like when I can see the why behind something, it's just data collection for me that if that's happened once, it's probably going to happen again in the future. And we track that in our trading plan for whenever that news event comes out again in the future. Um, so that's
That's awesome.
essentially, yeah, it's
Do you?
essentially how I
Yeah,
use it.
that's awesome. You mentioned just before a trading plan. Do you guys prepare in the morning? I always say too, it's important that you take some time before you even start trading. Give yourself 5, 10 minutes to do your top-down analysis, to find some levels before you just jump on the charts and start trading.
Yeah, 100%. We don't we don't touch the charts unless we've done a top-down analysis. I don't know how anybody takes a trade if you don't know where you're going. Like how do you push buy or sell when you don't actually know what's going on your
Right.
chart, either technical or fundamental? Like
Yeah.
so yeah, 100%. I always encourage, if you're not going to do a proper top-down analysis and go through and like do at least some sort of time frame alignment, then do something, but just have something in mind before you go ahead and jump on the charts. But yeah, trading plan, always top down analysis, always have a you're something until you're something else. Again, because we're lower time frame traders, we have the opportunity to take multiple trades in both directions. And so I don't marry a bias. I like to know what my bias is, but I do not marry it purely because on a lower time frame you have less data in a move because of your lower time frame candle. And in a bullish move, I could take a long, a short, and another long in that leg. Um, so yeah, trading plan needs to be tight.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Here we go. Somebody in the comments. She always tells us that she will find us if we trade without doing a top down first.
Stop it. You're
She
exposing me.
she seems like that kind of person, guys.
I,
Totally.
I literally but like I know where you live. If you go to these charts and you're doing stuff without a top down
Yeah.
analysis, I'll find you. I will
You
do
think
it.
you think Mel's cool when she's happy right now? Wait till she's mad at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is amazing. Mel, how long have you been trading for?
Coming up to 3 years. I'm technically still a baby in the in
Yeah.
the in the trading world. Yes, I started out swing trading in Forex land, and then one day I started looking into futures, and that was when the whole entire thing shifted for me. When I started trading in futures instead of in Forex, and then I found lower time frames, and I was done for. I could not set a trade and sit in it for longer than a day ever again. Um,
That's great. What a come up. What a little bit. You want to give us a little rundown on your introduction into trading, your little story there?
yeah, oh gosh, how do I summarize that? Well, so essentially, I have lived many lives in one life. I've done everything from driving dump trucks on mine sites to hairdressing to nannying children to all the things. And then I entered into the world of corporate in the logistics space for 10 years. And I was working with, people sitting in boardrooms doing things. And I was like, wait, like, if I can. If I can do this here, I could probably do something cool for myself. And so then I got into entrepreneurship and all that kind of stuff and started a couple of businesses. And then um, I was introduced to trading, and it was at that point in my life I had my marriage had just ended. I just had a brand new baby, and I was like, oh shit, I need to figure out how to live life. Like, how am I going to support myself? And so it was a matter of, I need to do this, and I need to do it with such conviction that I don't have a plan B. there is nobody else in this house paying these bills or keeping that tiny little tummy full of food or, you know, a roof over her head. And so I went hard on trading and learning it. And I went through, you know, a couple of different mentors. We all do. We find one and we don't really align, and then we try and jump to another one. We get shiny ball syndrome for a little while, and we go and find another strategy and give that a go. And then I just was like, I don't like any of this. I don't like it. I don't like any of this. I don't like how people are teaching it. I don't like it. And so I just started really trying to figure out like what works best for how I can trade and when I can actually get to the charts. And then alas, we're here with the strategy that has been created, and the rest is kind of history. I then started educating, and it just, I've been told that the way that I teach is quite easy to learn and listen to. And so I found myself in a position where I was like, you know, I know that I was in a position where I could have used something to get me out of that situation. And I will happily have this argument with anybody, is money is the driver of a lot of people's problems. It actually is. And so, did someone just say an 11-to-1 trade?
Yeah, you missed it earlier.
What?
Elsa, yeah, she killed it 11-to-1
Elsa!
there. Yes.
Holy girl.
Oh
Well
yeah,
done.
lit it up.
Holy. That's so cool. I just saw 11-to-1. It caught my eye. I was like, whoa, that's so cool. Great job.
There we go.
Break that one down. Send me a screenshot, please. I want to see what trade you took. Oh, in the NQ drop? Oh, of course. That makes sense. Good job. I'm glad that you got that.
That's awesome.
Well done. Sorry, I'm not sure where I even got up to with that. But yeah, I just got to a point where I was just like, I don't like any of this. I want to create something for myself. And so then, yeah, we created this and started teaching, and yeah, and now we're here and we just have a really, really good time. And I mean, is it all sunshine and rainbows? No. Anyone who tells you that trading sunshine and rainbows is blatantly lying to your face. Don't listen to them.
Yeah.
There will be literally days where you're like, I'm going to throw the whole laptop and the whole human in the bin. We're done. I don't want to do this anymore. This is terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you know what? I'm so sorry. I was going to say, on top of what you just said, how sometimes you're going to feel like throwing the laptop, throwing your computer. It doesn't matter if you're a month into trading, 4 years into trading, 10 years into trading. You're going to feel that sometimes. It's going to happen. We're all human.
100%. Exactly right. And that's what I keep saying to, you know, to my team. They'll be like, oh, you know, at what point does it start to feel easy? I'm like, if it ever starts to feel easy, stop doing it. Like, yep. It's just the truth of the matter. Like, you shouldn't ever get to a point with anything that you do in life. The day that you feel like you can stop learning or stop bettering your skill or bettering your education, you're about to spiral this way.
Yeah, you're about to have a rude awakening.
110%. Absolutely.
You know, Mel, I'm seeing a lot of comments in here. You putting your traders in jail?
You guys are really throwing me under the bus. Oh God. I have well, yeah, I do. Oh, that sounds terrible. You're throwing your people in jail. Trading jail is the best.
You know what? I bet you have a good reason though. Let's hear it.
I flatly refuse. I flatly refuse to have people cross my path and not make something out of this. Do you know what I mean? I know that I can trade using it. I know that it's repeatable, and I know that people can do it. And the thing that drives me insane is that people do not have enough people in their lives that believe in them hard enough to make them keep going. Yep. If you don't believe in yourself, borrow my belief, because I 110% believe that you can do it. And if you do silly shit along the way, I'm going to throw you in jail. And jail for us is, we literally, like, I have trading rules. If you want to be a part of my community, you're not YOLO trading. I'm not interested in it. I have, you know, if we're in a mentor student capacity and we're doing this, you want to get somewhere. So we're going to get somewhere. And so I have rules in order for you to trade with me, alongside me, and with the people who have also committed to succeeding and getting to where you want to go to. I have rules. And if you stop following them or you start doing YOLO shit on my watch, no, you're going to get thrown in jail. And I have a tracker. I have a full-blown tracker. Everyone uploads their CSVs into their tracker, and I can see if you're over trading, if you're over leveraging, if you're taking trades too quickly after taking a loss, you get thrown in jail, and you're in
Wow.
there for 30 days. And
That's what does jail entail? I mean to rhyme.
it's simply just you. I can see that you are not sticking to your rules. Jail just means you have 30 days of sticking to every single rule in your trading plan. And if you veer ever so slightly, your position in our community is at risk.
Wow. Wow, that's
I'm not
crazy.
interested. I'm just not interested in having, at the end of the day too, you're in a space where your trading ability, all it takes is one person. You put one bad egg amongst everybody, and all it takes is a person with a dodgy mindset or over trading, over ledger. It just bleeds through everywhere. And I'm just like, no, I know that you can do this, and I know that you're better than that. And I'm not having that on my watch.
That's great. That's amazing. I've never heard of something like that, and yet I feel like everybody that has some type of community should be doing something like that. That is
100%.
great. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, and this is the
accountability.
thing.
Yeah.
You go to a mentor. I go to if I have a mentor, it's because I need help. If I need a mentor for something, and for business, I have a business mentor. He has rules. If I don't follow his rules, he doesn't show up to my calls. And so I'm just
Yeah.
like, fair play. And so I'm just like, if you want the results, you need to do the things that make you feel uncomfortable. And sometimes the uncomfortable thing is actually making yourself stick to rules, which shows you is like a mirror to yourself, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And if you struggle to stick to rules in trading, you can guarantee you that's what you're like in life too.
Wow. That's Mel dropping gems over here. That is phenomenal. What an interesting idea, the whole jail thing. You said they upload their CSD or CSV.
CSV files. Yeah, you
Yep.
download your trades out of your account. And so my advanced students, it's like a 6-month program. And their first 30 days, I don't care how long you've been trading for, where you've learnt from. It's 30 days is sticking to my rules, my trading plan to the T. Because I'm telling you, if you try and bring in everything from everywhere else that you've been, you are going to do yourself a huge disservice. Can they talk to their attorney before they go to jail? No, I'm also their attorney. So no, there's no support
Wow.
system. I am the support system.
That's great. But you know what? 100% spot on. That amount of accountability, right? I'll have people I do one-on-ones and stuff, and having even a mentor that you're going to meet with once a week or twice a week, knowing that if I take this trade right now, it's going against my reasoning. It's going against my strategy. Do I really
Yeah.
want my mentor to know I'm doing this? And it makes you pause.
Yeah. 110% it does. I all like and I always say to them, like, what is the point and purpose of you not sticking to your rules? The only thing that's going to show you is that you're okay with breaking your own rules, not only in trading, but probably everywhere else in
Yeah.
in your life. But like, where's that getting you? You know that you have rules and an entry system and a trigger for a reason, and that's going to show you results consistently over a long period of time. And you breaking those rules is you sabotaging your own goddamn success. Like, what's the point in doing that?
Yep.
And if we've never
Absolutely.
had anybody in life hold us accountable to stop us from doing that before, I'm going to be that person for you. Like, we're going to stop that shit now.
No. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Guys, follow Mel on social media. Her Instagram is _her trading lounge.
Yeah.
I think if you guys want to put the link in here as well, make it easier for you. So you're
Thank
busy.
you.
You're busy. You're a full-time mom. You take care of things. You're a trader. You're a
Dude.
mentor.
We have a roster of staff that need me and want me to do work. And if there's one thing I hate doing is work. Um, So I'm just like, it is. We have a really busy life, but it's like it's I can't complain. I live
That's
a
it.
very beautiful life with moving out of the country next year, me and my little girl. So we're going to go around the world and do some tripping around and see some sights and do some things while she's still, young and excited about absolutely everything. So yeah, it's just, it's true. Like once you learn how to print your own money,
Yeah.
you how do you turn back? Like how do you ever turn
Right.
back from that?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Wow. That's great. And it's freedom. It's true freedom.
100%
That's
it
great.
is.
And staying busy, that's amazing. You got a big staff by your side on the Her Trader Lounge?
What's that? Sorry?
You have a staff with Her Trader Lounge,
Yeah.
like the mentors?
Yeah. We've got like 4, 5. I think we've got about 13 now.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Wow. What a community. That's amazing,
Yeah.
Mel. That's really, you should
Yeah.
be so proud of yourself every day.
Yeah,
That's
thank
great.
you. I
Of
definitely
course.
am. I have a I hope you guys doesn't need to go through trading from your money. um Yeah, I have another because again, I'm typically asleep at this hour of night, and so I have a community full of people from around the world. And because I don't trade New York session, we have the most incredible advisor in HTL, and she leads our New York session lives. And I've traded with her for the last 3 years, and she's been alongside me for the entire journey. And just like you guys spoke about yesterday, everybody in your team has used or is the thing that you're trying to hire them for. And every single moderator that I have is a part of my community. Every single person who works in my design team, or my mindset coach, anyone, they are either actively learning, or are trading. And then my advisor, yeah, there you go. Everyone loves Ash. She's absolute rock star and absolutely kills it. So it's definitely a team effort. Once you love something and you pour into other people, they will they will pour into it just as much as you pour into them. And I couldn't be more proud of the whole entire team, to be fair. It's just, just like you guys love your team here at
Yeah.
Market, we're the exact same. So
That's great. Listen, a strong team, a strong foundation, and the sky's the limits.
yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
I think we're getting a headline there. Do you mind pulling up the market tab? Just we'll run through some
Mhm.
breaking news headlines, see what's going on there.
What do we got?
Anything interesting? Hopefully, we get something interesting.
Oil rises over 1% as Iran threat puts Red Sea route at risk.
Okay, that's probably going to put some
Okay.
pressure on gold. You want to take a look at gold? See if gold's setting up near any of your trade setups.
Oh, oh,
Ooh,
oh.
ooh.
Okay. Okay. What's the time? Have we opened? Has
Yes,
market
New
opened?
York
Yeah. So
session
we're
is open.
4 minutes into market open. Okay.
Oh,
So
guys, Mel's locking in.
okay, so we straight up. So we have got an entry starting to appear on our one, but I don't love. So this is the closure of our third candle right here. And there's our liquidity point right there for that trade. I just want to quickly look at high time frame. What are we rejecting from here? Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Guys, you're
Yeah.
getting the full Mel experience right now. Straight locking in,
You watch this
dialing.
thing. Yeah, this one here to that liquidity point. And again, right, volatility, market open, New
Yeah.
York, my worst enemy. I would simply just be jumping in and jumping out straight off the bat on this one just here. This would give a 1 to 1.5. And we'll just take it to these lows right here. Market has opened with a strong rejection to the downside. So if we can get this push right to this low, that would be ideal. And then it would be a beautiful setup for price to turn around and push back to that upside, create that double rejection to the bottom, to the downside there on that lower time frame.
Awesome. Awesome, guys. Let's
Um,
see.
Watch it
S&P
turn around on me and make
Yeah.
me look like a fool.
No, Mel's gonna catch her next 15-1 right here live on market. No pressure.
Oh, there she is. My little Ash is on this call. How
Oh,
fun. There she is.
Ashley, they were hyping you up before. You should have seen the chat. Everybody was going crazy. They love you.
They do. And she knows it.
No, good. Good. Oh, what a blessed community you guys have over there. That is wonderful.
We
How
do.
supportive, holding accountability, traders for each session. That is phenomenal.
I know we have a lot of fun.
Good.
Some days we have serious chats. We need to have those serious chats in the community too, but for the
Yeah.
most part we have a great time. It's great fun in there. We're having a meetup in New York in Jan. So
Oh yeah.
the gang, some of the gang's going to be together. I think there's about 100 of them that have decided that they're going to meet me over there, and we'll go and do all the touristy things so I can take photos in front of all of the
Bull.
statues and
Yeah.
museums and the bull and all that kind of thing.
Oh, that's awesome. If you go to the city, let me know. I'd love to come and see you guys. I'm a couple hours
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. 100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. The more the merrier. You guys are more than welcome.
Good morning. Hey, what's up, Safe? Do you mind if I share my screen for a quick moment just to cover NASDAQ? Wonderful. Thank you.
Don't ask me to stop sharing because I don't know how to do it.
No, so you're good. You don't have to. I switch it on my side. Saif, I'd be careful with the NASDAQ right now. We're in an area that we've been seeing buyers step in the past couple of days around this 29,500 level. We have seen much stronger selling pressure, though, from yesterday. So only way I'm looking for a trade on NASDAQ, we break these pre-market lows and we hold below them, maybe get below 29,300. Look for that pullback and follow through back to the downside. We have already broken that previous day low on NQ. But we got to remember, right? Zooming out, looking at that daily time frame, we're getting a barcode. We're going nowhere fast. Mm-hmm. So when that's the case, we really would much rather look for those scalp, smaller trades, zone to zone, just like Mel does as well. So be careful with that. I think this is an area of support. I definitely wouldn't go short in this area right now on NQ. Gold, on the other hand, was definitely giving us some stronger momentum, breaking zones, not much support under us off of my charts. So I do think that there is a little ways to go, even till, let's see, our recent low on GC futures is 39.55. Right now we're at 39.90, so about 30 to 40 points away. But that's it on gold. I'd also take a look. Now I know Mel doesn't, but that's okay. I take a look at the dollar. Now the dollar's also at a very strong point. That was, and I do the same thing as you, Mel. Support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support.
Yeah.
Yep. So we had this huge, this area right here was support on gold back in 2024. Then it was resistance this entire year. Now we're above it and we're trying to hold it as support. So if dollar finds support here, that's definitely going to try to help gold move lower.
Yep.
Awesome. So yeah, I'd be a bit more interested in the gold shorts versus taking any trades on NASDAQ just yet. If we get that breakdown, it does look good for some continuation back towards 29,195. We have been seeing a lot of selling pressure on things like SpaceX, which is helping drive that move. Mel, do you want to talk about SpaceX at all? You know anything of it? Not really? That's fine. Don't worry.
Listen, I know my lane. I'm going to stay in it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good. No, you're right. You're 100% on that. Real quick, guys, SpaceX supposed to IPO at 135. It came out at 150. The whole market in the morning streams for weeks on weeks now, I've been saying, do not buy this. It is going lower. It moved up to 220, and it is now at 136. People that bought at those highs are 37% underwater right now. That is a tough move. You want to be careful. Gold, let's see if gold's continuing to Mel's Mel's move right there. Look at
We're
that.
almost there.
Let's see. We'll pull your screen back up. Look at that.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
What about ES? Oh, I got you. You want to take a quick look at ES? 100%. 100%. ES, same situation. ES is coming off of VWAP. Now, Mel, I'd ask you, but I'm pretty sure I know off of your charts, you do not use the VWAP, right? No.
No.
Okay. So
No.
listen, that's fine, guys. The best part about trading is something I always say. Every strategy works just like no strategy works.
Yeah.
If you have good risk management, you're able to build consistent foundation, a routine around your system, then you're going to make it work. Moving averages, VWAP, volume analysis, support and resistance, you can make it work. You just have to be
100%.
consistent. Awesome.
100%.
ES looks like it is ready to dive lower. I'd want to see the S&P head towards 75, 71. I do believe that's a reasonable target for today, especially with the momentum we're seeing. Same situation, though. We're at lows right now. Do we really want to sell low? Because I'm pretty sure the saying is sell high, buy low. So let's stay away from this. We don't want to catch any falling knives either. So let it play. There we go. Gold down. Look at that, guys. Mel called out that killer trade for you guys. What a trader.
Wow, wait. Haley, 1 to 35, or is that meant to be 1 to 3.5?
Or 1 to 1.35.
What is
Haley, if you hit a 1 to 35,
1
I
to
need you to screenshot
35?
that and send that somewhere right now.
What? You guys are nuts. Wow. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 to 30. No way, Haley. No way. Kill it. Absolutely amazing. Gold going down to Chinatown.
Someone else, Deidre, you got your 1-to-1. Good job, sis. So good. Oh, you got 100 pips. Good job.
Good job,
Well
everybody.
done.
Great work, guys.
So good.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal stream. Great. Straight gems. Mel, if there was anything you could tell yourself when you were just getting started as a trader that would help you skip so many hiccups, what would it be?
Oh,
you can say a few
gosh.
things.
I know. I think the biggest one is that you need to be so wildly honest with yourself. And if you are desperate for a dollar, trading isn't for you at that point in time in your life, because it's going to take way longer for you to get where you're going. You'll put so much stress on yourself, and you do not know stress like trading stress. Like the emotional capital, the tax that it can have on you can be rough right at the beginning of your trading journey. And so if you're desperate for a dollar, I would honestly be like, do I need to do this for the money? If I need to do this for the money right now, this isn't my option. My option is to get job number 2. Then when I'm in a better position, I'm going to come back and revisit this. Because like I mentioned, if you're going into something, and you're going in because you want to learn the skill, the byproduct of you learning, loving, and understanding what you're doing is money. And so, that would be my biggest one, is don't go into trading for the money. You will just absolutely shoot yourself in the foot from the get-go.
So prioritize the skill over the money, over the
100%.
outcome.
Well, I mean, we all want the money. Like, I want
you don't
all the money out of trading. I want all the money out of trading. But yeah, it's honestly, it's detrimental right at the beginning of your trading journey. And the other thing is, comparison is 110% the thief of joy. Because while you're sitting there learning and trying to figure things out, and maybe taking a $10 win here and a $20 win or a $50 win, or your first $50 loss while you're practicing, that's going to feel like a mountain instead of the molehill when there are people out there posting their $1,500 daily profit target being hit, and you're like, shit, am
Why
I
am
ever
I
going to make
doing
more
that?
than $50? Like, what's happening? And so yeah, just like not comparing to your day one to someone else's day 300, because it's not the same thing. So much needs to happen in that whole entire beginning process.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I will never stop being a beginner or a learner in this space. Like I mentioned to you guys before, I literally sit here and watch this and listen to you guys yap about fundamentals, and I'm like, huh? What? What just happened? And so yeah, you can't compare yourself to somebody else. So I think those are the two things. And then the other thing is, if you are going to jump into a space where you are going to have somebody else teach you their system or their skill, you need to not throw money at the wall and hope that it frickin' sticks.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that wherever you're going, if you are going to be handing over cash to somebody to teach you something, they need to have proof that they can actually do what they are telling you that they can do. If they don't have good reviews, if they don't share screenshots of their students doing great things on the charts, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Don't touch it. Keep doing your research. Somebody will come along at some point, and until then, YouTube is free.
Yeah.
YouTube is free. Like, it will take you longer. You will try and piece the puzzle together, but YouTube is free. We get a lot of great juicy information on here, and if you're convicted and you're really great at self-leading, you will find what you need to find in order for you to just get that start that you need.
That's awesome. And you know what, Sue? Something else to add on to that. Even if somebody is showing the track record, they're showing the proof, they have students that did good. If it's still just not a strategy that's sticking to you, don't
Yeah.
force it. We're all human. We all are different personalities. We all do better or worse in different environments. Like I know
Yep.
myself, a lot of times I'll have my best days and then I'll go on social media and I'll just see a bunch of content traders be like, this price action was horrible. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
100%. I saw
Yep.
someone when we had March, back in March. March was one of my best months that I've ever had in trading. Same with almost all of my community. Funny that, because the way I trade is the way that they trade. And then I jump on social media and same thing. It's just
Yeah.
like March price action's terrible. I'm like, what? Are we looking at the same March? What do you
That's what I was
mean?
gonna
Are
say. Are
we?
we trading the same thing right now?
I don't understand. 100%. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. Another breakdown lower on the S&P there, guys. Let's see. NASDAQ breaking lower. Is gold breaking lower? Gold's giving us a little bit of a chop right now.
See, this is why I don't trade New York. Because I'm just like, I get into a trade and you have a beautiful area of interest that if this was Asian session, we'd be there by now.
Yeah. No, like if
But
this
New
was
York,
Asia session, this would have been another 10-1 right
but
here.
I would have been 1 to 35 in with Haley. Well, off we
Yeah.
go.
There we go. That's amazing. That's amazing. Guys, what an episode so far. It's already 9:50. Mel, you've been a blessing to the community, to your community, to our show. Can't thank you enough.
Of course. Thank you. This has been fun. Absolutely.
Good.
It's been fun. Although it is midnight. And so I might head off soon. And leave you
Sure.
guys to it.
Sure, absolutely.
All
Listen,
right.
whatever you want. We're definitely not going to kick you out. You could stay as long as you would like.
We've still got some time. I can hear the coughing starting to happen down the other end of the house. So I'm like, well, if she wakes up, we'll be out of here, but that's okay. She
If she
should be
wakes
fine.
up, I always say family first. You got to go take care.
Yes. 100%.
That's it. That's it,
Now we
guys.
have to hit 150. Where are we
Yeah.
at? What are we at?
We're at 134 likes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
You guys
come on.
are
We can do better than that.
amazing. Mel's
We got it.
disappointed though. She wants
We got it.
150.
You guys, my strategy is 150. 350 and 150. So if we hit 150, now we got to get to 350. So
Yeah,
let's go.
There we go. Listen, guys, we're hitting milestones. We're hitting them hard. If we're coming in at 150 on this first stream, next stream you better be ready to hit 200.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, now I need to know, like, what's the most likes you've ever had on a stream? Because I need to beat it.
It was yesterday. It was at 126. So we beat it.
Oh, we beat
We beat it.
it! Oh, go team. Good
There we
job.
go. Mel brings the heat, baby. Yes, sir.
VSR on NQ. Let me take a look. I know you're one of my students.
Yeah,
No, sis.
it's teamwork, bro. It's teamwork, man. I'm great on the host side, but it's all up to the guests that also help carry. And Mel has been phenomenal today. She gets the all access pass. She messages me the night before, I'm coming on tomorrow. I'm making space for her.
Was doing good things for the algorithm.
Yeah, right.
Get everyone typing and tapping the like button. Mel beat the launch stream. Listen, don't tell no love.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't need to know.
Nick, be quiet. There we go.
We
There's
got
that
it.
150.
We hit 150.
We did it.
Yeah, good job, team. So good. How fun. Oh,
There we go. Round of applause to everybody here, guys. I always say every day, man, it's not just me. It's not just me in the lab, not just me and Mel. It's all of us. This is a community too here.
heck yeah.
Huge spike up on the S&P there. That's why we don't short lows. Gold doing its little dance right now as well. This is why Mel stays away from New York.
Like, what do people do with this? Like, what do you mean?
You know, something I note and something I like to also mention is that markets are never going to be the same market conditions forever, right? Market conditions are always changing, just like a lot of people around the world have different seasons. You know, summer, spring, it's raining, it's nice out, it's snowing out. Listen, sometimes markets, New York session, first hour, boom, beautiful price action, hit, take profit. Sometimes choppy price action, better in the early session.
100%. I agree. I used to religiously trade New York because, okay, actually, if somebody's a brand new trader, here's another piece of advice. New York session isn't the only session that you can trade.
Yep.
Did you know that? Like,
yep.
there are other sessions. There are other sessions that you can trade, because when I started, everyone was like, "Yeah, no, you have to trade the New York session. That's where all the money is." And I'm like, "Okay, all right. Well, I'll bet." And off I went and tried to trade New York, and that was when I was actually doing quite well with New York session. And then I got well acquainted with Asian session, and then I'm like, "Wait a minute. What are we doing? What are we actually doing? Staying awake until midnight to get on these charts when we have a 10 o'clock in the morning session that we can jump on."
Yep.
So yeah, I agree. I used to really enjoy trading London session. Cannot stand trading London session at the moment. I just cannot get a grip on it. It's consolidation city.
Oh, London, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, you gotta know your advantages. You gotta know when your market conditions are in your favor. You gotta know what markets you perform best in, and just build that foundation. All about building a routine you could consistently follow.
Yeah. 100% agree. 100% agree. And I find that I'm much more regulated during Asian session. Which is why, like, I had to stop myself from trading in New York, because it just got to a point where price was literally whipsaw. It would be spikes in this direction and spikes in that direction in the exact same candle, and I'm like, oh my god, like, what is happening right now? And so I'm just like, I was so like unregulated trying to trade New York, and I'm like, I just can't do it. And then Asian session, she's for me. Asian session is for me.
Good. Take advantage of it, enjoy it, and know what's for you. Don't force what's not. Too many traders.
Yeah.
That's all social media, man. So
It is.
I made 100,000 in the New York session today off of this one setup, and now you could buy my course. Like, what?
Do you know what's really getting to me at the moment is
What?
I'm just seeing a whole heap of like brand new beginner traders like documenting their journey, which I love. Like, I love people learning how to trade and documenting their journey, but then they're selling tickets to retreats. And I'm like, okay, but what are we doing at this
What are
retreat?
we retreating for? Are we just gonna make
I'm
content there?
I'm a little confused about what's happening at this retreat. It's like, okay, that's fine. Each to their own. You do you.
You do you. Enjoy your
Yeah.
retreat. Enjoy
Enjoy
selling
your
those
retreat.
enjoy selling those tickets to people that have no idea who to trust, unfortunately.
I know. And that's the thing. That's the
Yeah.
trap, right?
Yeah.
That's the trap.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gotta know who you're buying from, who you're learning from, you know?
100% agree with you.
Awesome. Guys,
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoyed this stream. This has been phenomenal. Mel, I won't keep you any longer. We do usually run
Yes.
another 30, but
Thank
I
you
know
for
you're
having me. I
tired.
appreciate it. I am ready for bed. I need to go to sleep before this little girl wakes up.
Okay,
All
so
right.
yeah,
Well,
go rest.
thank you so much for having me. It was fun. Everyone keep an eye on this trade. I still think it's got time to push down to that TP if anyone's actually in it. If you took it, a couple of you did. I saw before, but got out early. But I definitely think that it's still got legs to jump in and grab a little bit more. In
Awesome.
that, and then yeah, well, if you were here and now you know what I do and how I do it, well, use it sometimes if you want to.
Yeah. Take advantage of the knowledge. Mel's got
That's
experience.
it.
She's got great students, a great community. Her Trader Lounge, guys, go
Yeah.
check it out. I'll post her Instagram one more time is _ her trading lounge. Go follow her. Go show her some love. Smash that like button on all her posts. Drop some comments. We're all about supporting. This is community based. We support each other here.
Yeah, we do. Thanks so much, team. All right, now let me get out of here without breaking this thing. I will chat to you soon. Thanks,
Take
guys.
care, Mel. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye-bye. Guys, what a phenomenal stream so far. We will keep it going another 30 minutes, see if we find any trade setups on the S&P and NASDAQ. But Mel was one of the best guests we had. We got to tell Nalab to make some room, guys. I don't know, because if she wants to come on more, no, I'm just kidding. Guys, phenomenal. Great stuff. It's always good. My goal, guys, with these shows, Market in the Morning, give you guys strong education, strong understanding of your fundamental analysis, how to use market to gain that edge in the markets. But not only that, help connect you guys with some of the best traders in the industry. Next week, I'm looking to have some other people on as well. There's a trader named Josh who trades Forex. He's going to hopefully be on at some point soon. Amrit is another great one. Nick, our boy in the back, affiliate man. I'm gonna get him on one day. I promise. Nick, if you're watching this, I'm gonna get you. Seb is always a great guest to have on as well. So is Jack. But guys, why don't we ask Market something? Why don't we play around with our Ask Market terminal? That's pretty cool right there, our Ask Market. Guys, drop some questions in the chat. What do we want to test this about? What is moving today? What's moving gold? We could do something simple, but let me know. Would love to see y'all in the Asia session. We'll see. Maybe we'll make a this is Market in the Morning. Maybe we'll do a Market in the evening. market at night. Market at night. After hours. Market after hours. And we'll have a Mel session during her Prime Asia session. I'll have like toothpicks between my eyes, keeping them open, but we'll still kill it. Absolutely. Beth, it was my pleasure. Mel was a great guest. You guys are all a great community that came here with her. 155 likes. You guys, mwah, amazing, amazing, amazing. Mia Market After Dark. There we go. Let's see. This is so cool, man. You guys should be excited when this comes out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's take a look. Let's see what markets are doing right now. Right now, they are pulling orders off of the book, which means they're expecting volatility. I think we're going to get a headline soon. Be careful. Yeah, look at this. Getting a move. Headline just came in. You guys saw me say that before it came out. It's because I'm moving markets on my other screen. Don't tell anybody. But let's see. This is not updating right here. Let's see. News feed. Breaking. No, still just that U.S. oil rises over. No, nothing major. Nothing major on the headlines right now. Just be careful, little volatility spike. Awesome, awesome. Check our bios, check our calendar. No economic calendar. Now, guys, going into next week is, I believe, I want to say the last week of July. No, we have 2 more weeks of July. But going into next week, let's prepare with our economic calendar so we are ready going forward. We are here for our. That's it. That's it. There you go, Haley. It's all about support. All about support, community. The trading industry. When I first started, it was very. I'm right, you're wrong. I feel like it should be more of a opportunity based industry. It should be more of supporting one another, helping others find that success. That's when we all succeed. What are your thoughts on upcoming Trump speech? When's he speaking? You know what's cool? We could come to our dashboard, go to our general markets. Look at that Trump speech. What's he saying? Let's hit the sparkle icon. Most events are closed door and low visibility, but the evening televised address to the nation on election integrity. Okay, here we go. And when is that? When is that? That is President Trump meets with El Salvador, participates in policy meeting, 2 p.m. Addresses to nation, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. So it's nothing that's going to impact the New York session right now, but it is something that if you guys are watching it later, to keep a very close eye on. Yeah, look at that, guys. Look at that clean reversal off of lows on the ES. Not only that, but we had that reversal on ES, and you guys know I'm a big VIX fan. VIX rejected a very key level that I had. VIX at a key level, moved ES and NQ back higher from those lows. Gold, guess what? Gold probably still trying to continue lower. If we put our dollar over here, dollar trying to support to the upside from this zone. Yep, so be careful, ladies and gents. It is 10:02. I took a couple scalps myself on the ES to the downside through this little drop. At this point, I am staying out of the market. We had a VWAP rejection over here. I'd want to see if markets want to sort of repeat themselves. Now, no 2 days in the market are going to be identical, but like Mel was going over before with her EMA strategy, right? Markets do like to repeat themselves in that intraday level. Look at ES right here. Rejected VWAP to the downside. Rejected again to the downside. Rejected again to the downside. So what can we expect from that VWAP rejection? Another move to the downside until proven otherwise. So I am going to be keeping a pretty close eye on the ES right where we are right now, the 75.96 area. Possibly see if we get a spike above it into some passive sellers near that 7,600 and then reject back lower. But if we do just get a clean reaction, we can look for a possible short position on the S&P to target new low of day. Nice little 2-to-1 right there, guys. Great stuff. Guys, if you haven't already, which I'm pretty sure you guys already have, run that like button up. This has been a phenomenal stream. Let's hit 160. You guys are absolute goats. Really amazing. Great stream. Well done. If you guys have any guests you want to see on the show, drop it in the comments below. It's so important to have a strong understanding of fundamentals as well as technicals and to have good foundation. Mel said it best, right? You have to have structure. You have to have something you follow through with. And that's what you want to build as a trader, whether it's moving averages, whether it's order flow, whether it's support and resistance, key levels, VWAP. There's people, RSI, MACD. There are so many strategies, so many indicators, ICT concepts, smart money concepts. And again, everything works just like nothing works. You could learn every in and out about ICT or every in and out about order flow. And guess what? If you have shitty risk management, you're going to get stopped out. You're going to blow your account anyways. It doesn't matter what strategy you know. You're going to get stopped out. Let's have Omar. Drop Omar's tag. Let me know. Let me know his Instagram. Jack. Yeah, I know. We got to get Jack on here. I told Jack. Let's have Jeeve. Bro, we have Jeeve sometimes. Jeeve likes to cancel on me last second. Nah, he's gotten caught up with some stuff lately, so we got to give him the benefit of the doubt. We're all human. We're all going through our own stuff, and it is what it is, right? I always tell you guys, if somebody calls out last minute, the show must go on. Jeeve is going to stay just in thumbnails. Yeah, Jeeve's going to be our clickbait, guys. That's great. Look at this possible rejection of VWAP up here. I'm not jumping in shorts just because we're sort of rejecting. That would be a silly thing to do. VIX is moving lower. That confirms a bull trend. So again, not chasing shorts right here. This could have been our 9:45/10 o'clock reversal right there. So I'm staying patient. I am waiting to see how this 5-minute closes. If it pushes into this area up here and then rejects, creates a small body, longer upper wick, I'm taking it short on that next candle when we break lower. If not, then I'm going to be looking for long. See if we could retest and go long from there. There's some buying volume. You're going to need some buyers on this breakout. Got in buys, risk-free NASDAQ. Yo, W's in the chat for safe. Absolutely. Absolutely. Great job, brother. Good work. Gold, struggling at the moment. ESNQ, VIX, new low of day, confirms bullish trend on the ES. We will want to be careful as the ES did not make a new high of day yet. That would be at 76.04. When we're looking at the VIX along with ES, we want them to be trading together. So I will look for a possible short, but we really need to not break any higher from here. But guess what? We break higher, then we don't take a short setup. That's why you have to have plans. You have to have trade setups. You have to have rules that you follow. The more structure you have, the more confidence you'll have in your trading. And the reason for that is because if you have confidence that your trade setup usually works out and you take a loss, you know, okay, I'm going to sit out, then wait for the next setup to occur. Versus, oh, I got stopped out here and I was using the key level to go short. Well, now I have to use VWAP to go long, right? You don't want a strategy hop. The last thing you want to do in trading is jump strategy to strategy. That is inconsistent, which leads to inconsistent results. You want consistent results in trading always. Weighted index is struggling back to the downside. I will say my weighted index ticker down here, so we keep it as Apple plus Microsoft plus Google plus what else? Meta plus I usually will put Amazon in there. And what I'm also going to add to this is going to be SpaceX. SpaceX has, when it does have momentum, does give us quite the pull. As you guys see, I updated it. It did not make that big of a difference. That is fine. That's fine. I'm just updating it so it's more in line. All right, let's see. ES moving higher. There's that 76.01 scaling above a strong seller at that 7,600 area. Great move there. Staying patient, guys. It is 10:08 right now. It is 10:08. There we go. Moving higher. Good volume to the upside. Consistent volume climbing. Not looking for shorts anymore until we get this 5-minute close. If we still get that 5-minute rejection candle and we close back below somewhere like 75.97, I'd consider a short. If we don't, then all we have is confirmation for longs because we have ES, new high of day, VIX, new low of day. VIX is still moving lower. That is a bullish sentiment on the S&P. Now, sometimes people are like, well, why is the S&P moving higher if a lot of our equities are moving lower? Well, the Dow also has a very strong pull on the S&P and NASDAQ. So, I'm sorry, on the S&P, not the NASDAQ. So just something to be aware of and keep in mind. So let's see. There we go. There's a bit of a rejection there. I'll let you guys know if I do take a short. If I do, like I said, I'm going to be taking it near that 98. Stops near the high. But if we just remain higher, if we break higher here, we close higher on this 5 minutes. Got 30 seconds left. No shorts. Why would we want to short something that's showing us momentum? We do not want to do that. Just like if we're selling off, we don't want to take a random long because we know that that is trying to catch a falling knife. Once we get a turnaround like this where candles start closing in our favor, yes, that's when you can start to consider some longs. So look at that. Bang, another move higher on the S&P when we had 30 seconds left. That's what markets wait for, right? It's all about your time in the market and timing the market. Well, guess what? Timing the market, if we jumped in just 40 seconds ago to go short because we thought it was rejecting, you would have got smoked right there. Leave it alone. Be patient. Buyers clearly have some strength here. And now guess what? The VIX, the VWAP, which was working as resistance before, will now become our area of support. So we could look for possible longs on a pullback down towards VWAP. Other than that, we're not going short in this. We see buyers are pretty strong. We also have our market fundamentals giving us slightly bullish on our ES and NQ. We have our general markets sitting at an active buying of 67 right there. So it is active buying in the markets. Soft CPI and PPI repricing is really that leader in that trend change right now. So it's good to know, right? Listen, you guys have been following me for weeks now. I've been saying I'm bearish because of the odds of a rate hike. Well, guess what? Softer CPI, softer PPI, odds of that rate hike decrease, odds to hold and possibly cut rates starts to come back to the table, and we get that reaction. We get that follow through. Now, let's see. We could even check real quick, guys, the Fed Watch tool. The Fed Watch tool is also going to give us some insight. We have 13 days till our next FOMC meeting. That is in 2 weeks. That is the last Wednesday of this month. We will be covering that live here as well. But check that out. Check out the compare right now. July 29th. At some point, just a week ago, we were looking at a 24% chance of a rate hike in this meeting, which 24% chance, still very slim. But now, only at 12%. That was cut in half. We could even look at December and see the difference in December. Look at that. It went from a 30% chance down to a 25% chance. It went from a 40% chance we hold to a 44% chance we hold, and now an even higher chance. We were at a 18% chance of a rate cut by December. Now we're looking at a 24% chance. So that CPI shift, that is really giving us a little bit of a move there. Let's see if ES can give us a pullback now towards that area that we had mentioned before, that 7600 / VWAP area right down over here for possible longs. We would be looking to see, let's update our previous day high and low, very important price levels. Previous day high, previous day low. Okay, nothing crazy there. Our open price today is above us. So again, we're in a great buying opportunity in my opinion, as if I want to be long, I would want to buy when price is below our open, because if I'm bullish on the day and we're bearish on our daily time frame, then that tells me we're in a good buying opportunity spot. So let's see. We have 2 minutes left on this 5-minute. We'll run the stream for another 15 minutes for you guys as well and see how markets want to react. Let's see. Yeah, 7600 is where I'm looking for possible longs. I have a position order at 75.99. So we'll see. We could go straight up from here. We have a lot of buying strength right now. Just be patient. See how it wants to play. NASDAQ holding up. Weighted index struggling but holding. Take a look at our equities right now. Look at that. NVIDIA rounding bottom, trying to move higher. Google trying to move higher. Meta trying to move higher. Microsoft's very range bound, and Apple got very weak that past 10 minutes. So just being patient. We want to see a pullback. We do not want to buy highs, just like we don't want to sell lows. We want to buy pullbacks. We got a small pullback to 7601, so not that 7600. And I was also looking to line it up with VWAP too. So again, matter of being patient, letting your system occur, letting your trade setup hit versus just trying to chase up here, getting stopped out, trying to re-entry, getting stopped out again. Then you have death by 1,000 paper cuts. You do not want to be that person. You want to be the one that finds the trend and trades the trend, not finds the trend and forces a move. Let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame here. Very strong move there on the 15, 30-minute also. Oh, I like that 30-minute for this move to continue higher. We have 15 minutes there as well. I'm going to use the trend line tool. Mark this out. What we'll do is what we usually do. We'll mark it yellow, and we will mark it with that dotted. Now, this is where I'd like to see the 30-minute, which closes in 15 minutes, break up and close through. So again, if we can get a long position below that level, find continuation, great. Or if we do continue and close somewhere up here, we could then look for the next 30 minutes to open somewhere up here, pull back to an area of interest, and then take that long as well. So either way, we're being patient right now. We're letting markets come to us. VIX, new low of day. Weighted index trying to hold. NASDAQ trying to hold. Definitely don't want to be shorting this right now. Be a little more patient. Dollar moving higher. Gold trying to move lower. Great trade setup. That was awesome. You guys caught that with Mel. It was a great setup she called out there. Fantastic. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is huge. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Waiting on ES here. We have 15 minutes left in our New York session. We have 15 minutes left in our market in the morning stream. If anybody does have any questions, you want to cover anything, drop it in the comments. Follow me on social media as well as Trading with Kev. I'm on Instagram. I do post daily content. I started a little bit of a game show type page as well, where I ask you guys 3 questions. Well, I ask you guys 6 questions. I say, do you know more about topic A or day trading? First few episodes I've done is, do you know more about basic education or day trading? Give you 3 basic education questions, 3 day trading questions. You see if you get them all right, or do you maybe know more about trading than education? And it's fun, it's engaging, it's a lot of fun. People like it. So definitely inviting you guys to come and join that as well. I'm still thinking, and I still have to put together that game night that I told you guys we would do too, where we do some type of big Kahoot or something like that. That'll be a lot of fun. ES continuing higher. This is why we're not shorting it. Just staying patient. Wanting to see a pullback near 7,600. Now, if you are long, what you're doing is you're keeping those recent higher lows as your stop loss. You're protecting yourself. You're not keeping your stop loss all the way down here. Then you're not going for a great trade. You want to be patient. You want to let it play out. You want to have a proper stop loss with proper positioning. Let's see. Come on, ES. Pull back 7,600. Nice quick sweep to the downside. Stop out all these chasers. Give us our entry. And then bang. NVIDIA pumping. Google pumping. Microsoft's pulling back. Apple is pumping. Be a little careful there. A little bit of a pullback here. If we don't break 7601, then we might hold that 7601 right here and continue higher and make a higher low. And that would look something like this. But that's only if we don't break 7601. So we'll see if that plays out. We're getting close to it. Very close to it, but we're trying to hold. Getting a bit of a seller here. I'd like to see how we react to this seller. Do we absorb it? Do buyers have enough strength, bring us higher? Or do we want to take that quick grab to VWAP and then continue? 7601.75 was just tested. 3 ticks away from that 7601, but it wasn't hit just yet. Yeah, look at that. We're trying to hold it. Be patient, be careful. I like that we tried to hold. Again, if you are a more aggressive trader, you can look to take this with your stop at that recent low so that if you do get stopped out, you're ready for a re-entry. But I'd much rather be patient and try to see if we can get our pullback level. If we don't, then we continue. We'll get another trade set up. But I'd rather not be the one forcing trades and chasing these markets. We do not want to be that person. That you're providing liquidity for the patient traders if you're the one forcing trades. We have a minute 08 left. Want to see, look at this, guys. Talk about rocking a hard place. NASDAQ rejecting VWAP. ES looking to hold VWAP. So I'm staying patient. I want that pullback entry. There we go. There's that 7601. Let's pull up. Oh, no, we didn't hit 7601. Where did we hit? 7601.25. 7601.25 is where we hit. That is crazy. And we are holding. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Big buyers stepping in here. This looks solid. That looks solid. Wow, look at that, guys. That is great. What'd I say? Hold that higher low. And we continue. We did just that. We got so close. We were a tick away. 1 tick away from that. 1 minute trying to close much higher. That's great. So now what do? We readjust our plan. Okay, before I was looking for VWAP and a pullback. Okay, well, now I could really be looking for the higher lows to try to hold because that's what markets have been showing us. VIX new low of day, NQ trying to break through VWAP. I just wouldn't buy the high. I'd wait for the pullback and buy the dip. And guess what? You don't get a trade. You don't get a trade. Period. You don't force things. We don't force things in these markets. No, sir. We're profit makers and profit takers, not profit fakers. I don't know. So now at this point, if you were to take this, your stop loss would be that recent 5-minute low, right? Because we're looking for these higher lows to hold and form. We've been making higher highs, higher lows. So let's see. Strong pullback right here off the gate. There's that yellow level I was looking for. Money printers. That's it. That's it. Let's see if we can print some money on some ES long soon. Getting a little bit of buying absorption here off this seller. But I would just wait. I really wanted that VWAP. You know, it's been holding as resistance all day. I want to see it hold as support, but I also don't want to let the market run quote unquote without us. But again, just taking small steps, keeping your stop loss at recent higher lows. It's the right thing to do when markets are trending. We break back above 76.05 here. Possible longs. And again, stop loss near those lows of 76.01. Looking for this new stop loss, this new higher low to hold. But just be patient, be careful. Know that markets are a little choppy right now. You know, they're grinding higher. We had a pretty clean move up higher here, though. That's what gave me confidence in these longs for this reversal. A no trade day for me. Missed the gold shorts as per strategy, but wasn't too clean. Enjoy your day. Yo, Sean, enjoy your day, brother. Great following your system and following your strategy. That is the right thing to do in these markets. If you're not doing that, you're just gambling. It's not worth it. Go to the casino. Here's some selling pressure. Can this give us a buying opportunity down here now? There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Come on now. All right, we broke that 76.01. We're coming back to VWAP. Here's that 7600 area. Big seller. Let's see. 76.01. Heading towards VWAP here. Come on now. Give us a little support. Give us a little something right here. I'm going to start a position long on ES off of this level that we just had down here. So starting at long, stops below VWAP. And again, if you don't have the setup, you don't see the setup, don't take it. Don't take a trade just because you see somebody else take it. Take the trade because maybe I said something and you agree with it. I said something and it lines up with your system too. But don't just take it for the sake of taking it. There we go. Buyers right off of that. Great reaction. Fantastic. See if we could hold here and push green back on this 5-minute candle would be huge. NASDAQ also came to previous day low and held. This is a support area on NQ2. We want to see some continuation. We fail, we stop out. So what? We're prepared for every outcome in the market, period. Always. Always got to be prepared, man. Win or loss. Win or loss. Looking for 97 to be my stop loss right down over here. I will say that is near VWAP, so I wouldn't be completely against stopping at re-entering, but I would really need to see market structure more in our favor. 30-minute time frame like we were looking for to closes in 7 minutes. I wanted it to close above this yellow level, so getting those longs below that level puts me at a better opportunity if we do continue, versus if we don't continue, then at least I was able to buy the dip and not take that big of a hit versus somebody buying all the way up here. So positioning is important, guys. Very, very important. There we go. Nice reaction. Let's go make new high a day right here. We've been making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So I want to see us make higher high right now. Use our trend line tool, sweep this high right here, and give us some continuation. Right now, we did sweep these recent lows, but these are internal lows. These are nothing that we'd be like, oh, we're reversing now. No, 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 no. Come on, ES, let's continue. I want to see NASDAQ close above our levels. Like how we mark things out, how we prepare for the day, we should have reactionary zones. If this, then this scenarios. If we break this level, I'll look for a retest of this level. If we close above this level, I'll look for a trade off of this level. There we go. 5-minute closed right there. I do like that 5-minute closure. Gives me some strength, gives me some confidence in this position. But again, confidence doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen. That's where risk management falls and is so important. Let's take a look. Our weighted index is still pushing higher. Our VIX was pushing lower. I mean, I do like this. I definitely do. No doubt about it. But it doesn't mean I'm going to full port. Doesn't mean we're going to go crazy. We got to follow our rules or we're going to end up in Mel jail. We don't want that. That's awesome, man. What a cool idea. Put traders in jail. Not real jail, but psychological, right? An extra accountability layer. That is amazing. Here we go. Market's trying to hold. ES wants new high a day with the VIX pushing lower. Weighted index looking good. Meta moving higher. Apple moving higher. Nvidia's pulling back a little bit here. Nothing too concerning. It is back on the green right now on the 5 minute, so that's good. I want to see a strong break up here. Only way I'm adding is when we break higher, look for a pullback and add on a pullback. Other than that, yeah. Don't now if you're in trading jail, man, it's don't drop the candlestick. That's hilarious. Very range bound here. I'm expecting a break of either side right now, so that's why it's important to protect yourself with the stop loss and be prepared for anything in these markets. Come on, ES. You want to scale 76.11. We have upside targets of 76.10 and 76.15. Let me see. Let's see. Nice hold. Come on, ES. You know you want to. Good buying up here too. I want to see some follow through now. Can we break those recent highs? Casino statistic. Casino keeps 96% of every dollar that comes in the door in spite of paying out 44% of all combined plays. Wow, that's an interesting stat right there. That's pretty huge. There we go, ES. Break that up. Break that up. Let's go. There we go. There we go. We make new high a day here and we're in the clear. Bang! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. See if we can get a runner in here. Beautiful move. I just want to make sure here on the 15-minute time frame we're not coming into any areas of interest. If we are, I would possibly look to take profit somewhere. We are, but it looks like we're trying to close into it. Look at that move right there. Big move. I am going to take, we'll take a little off. We'll take a little off the top right here. Get some momentum. Yeah, we want to follow through. I won't take off the top. Whatever you want, markets. Do your thing. I ain't complaining over a strong winner. Bang. Look at that, guys. Move. Markets, get out the way. Huge. Huge. I will get out of 2. I'm in a few micros there. I'm in 7 micros. I'm cutting it down to 5 right now. Locking in profits as we go. Next target, 75.14. Minute 25 left here in the 5 minute. 30 minute is giving us that break above and most likely a close above that yellow level. So I will be looking to hold this trade. Part of me is a little more interested in using the zone as our target right now. When we break it, I'll take it on a re-entry, because if we don't break it, this could be a resistance point. So I do want to be a little extra patient and careful on this. I do see good volume and buying coming into the market, so we are being patient. Look at that. Even NASDAQ holding that support zone, looking great there. Help support the ES. Let's break through. VIX new low of day, confirming trend. Equities pumping higher. That's what we like to see. And bang, look at that. ES. Boom goes the dynamite. There we go. 76.12. So close. A tick away here from new high of day. Buyers are trying. Sellers are trying. There is a fight at this level right now. Bang, new high a day on ES right there. Bang, another new high a day. Guys, who's riding the longs with me right now? Who's long on the S&P? W's in that chat, man. That's huge. That's how we end the day, man. That's how we end the stream. We killing it lately. You guys call it like an 8-1. Somebody called an 8-1. Join our Discord community too if you haven't already. 5 minute, 30 minute just closed there. 30 minute closed in our favor. I'm going to be holding these longs. Guys, I'm wrapping the stream up there. This has been phenomenal. I probably will look to scale out of a few more contracts up here just to play it safe, lock in gains for the day. TP for the day is pretty much hit, so I don't want to be too greedy on this, especially if we're at a strong area of resistance. If we do make new high right now and try to hold though, then yeah, I'm going to be holding this trade. But we do have some resistance above us at the 76.15. We have some pretty strong buying up here as well, so just a matter of waiting and seeing. Yeah, let's play it a little safe. Get out of 2 more up here. Every time I say that, it ends up ticking higher again. So what do? We sit on our hands. Either take profit or stop loss. Those are the only conditions. There we go. ES, reward the patient here. Reward the patient. Break up higher, 76.13. Great stream, ladies and gentlemen. Good work. Yes, sir. Marie, take care. Have a great rest of your day. Phenomenal job, guys. Phenomenal. I will be looking to get out of ES up here myself, locking those gains. Great trade. Great work. Great trade. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Phenomenal stream today. Great trades. Awesome having Mel here. She gave so much information, so many great gems. If you're here late, I 1000% recommend starting the stream over. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.